Hello class, Josh Hodge, and this is going to be my video posting for forum number 2. And the person I chose for this presentation is Sybil Luddington, and I chose her highly in part due to I'd never heard of her before until I started doing this research for this project. And she's a very interesting person. So I hope you enjoy this presentation and I hope you learn something. And I look forward to your comments. Thank you. Sybil Luddington is one of the least known of what I like to call freedom riders of the Revolutionary War. Sybil Luddington was born on April 5, 1761, to a New York militia officer named Henry Luddington, who was also later on a personal aide to General George Washington himself. Her tale was mainly obtained from her own family over 100 years after her ride on April 26, 1777. William Tyrone, the notorious governor of New York, launched an attack on an American supply base at Danbury, Connecticut, which was 15 miles away. When word arrived at the Luddington home, Sybil either volunteered or was ordered by her father to warn the local militia. According to her great-nephew, historian Lewis S. Patrick, her father, quote, bade her to take a horse, ride for the men, and tell them to be at his house by daybreak. That night, Sybil Luddington, a 16-year-old girl, rode nearly 40 miles on the back roads of Putnam County to sound the alarm. It's important to remember this. It's 1777. It's dark, the roads are unfamiliar, and it's not a place that a 16-year-old girl would preferably want to be riding around on. It's easy to think Sybil may have not even ventured that far from her home ever before. Danbury's munitions plant was lost. However, because of her, the next day the militia were able to drive General Tyrone back all the way to Long Island Sound. After the war, she would marry a farmer named Edmund Ogden. They would have one child together who they would name Henry. She was 77 years old when she passed away in February of 1839. The American Revolution was fought by citizen soldiers. There are countless stories of heroism, rides, bravery, and sacrifice. I am honored to have had the opportunity to talk with you today about one of those citizen soldiers.